The binder of Tunon arrives, squealing with teenagers Timbri, the fifth eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in bronze and red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the fifth eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-splattered glove. Hang on. Eyes itchy. Oh, good lord. Here we go. Now that you have issued the edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle, not here to follow your every order, but we all need to work together to stop this edict. How has the camp responded to the edict? But of course, you are Tunon's concubine, not mine. I envy your long leash and hope you will grace us with your powers, or prowess, if only to set an example for the rabble. We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the outer valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You know how large a force, and for all these weeks you let the enemy move freely through the valley. And that many are heading back to the adventure group. I'm hurt. Insult my manners or maturity, but not insinuate that I sit idle when there's blood to be shed. The Crimson Spear claps his fists together. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best efforts. Captain Pedlox's group consistently evades or kills our own gangs, so you need help taking out these Oathbreakers. And while the good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Venturing Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Vera Kell. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. And I just asked the kind of secrets. I thought he could interrogate anything. Yeah, no, I'll do that. An unintelligible mutter escapes from under the fifth eye's mask as his posture stiffens. And I'm sure you can drink all manner of cider, but that doesn't mean you'll drink every barrel of cider in sight. A boring, insignificant mind is a waste of the Archon's efforts. I've known the Archon to demand personal interrogations, but it's only ever been with leaders, majors, or others of great merit. I've often managed the interrogation process. I've often imagined the interrogation process is not to be taken lightly. Perhaps it's downright exhausting for Narot. Are a few more conscripts going to change anything at this point? Seems why did I just kill them? No, I'll speak with the prisoner. I'll meet you there. She's waiting for you, the other prisoners. That hurt my relationship, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh boy, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me at the end of this campaign. Ooh, Lord. Fifth Eye commander of the local Scarlet Corps surveys his camp, watching in stillness as all manners of violence and revelry occur around him. He offers a slight nod at your approach. Was there anything else? Oh wait, I didn't talk to her yet, huh? That one? Yeah, here you go. Please, someone, I wish to bow before the voices in the rod. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the veteran guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she had been forced to stand for days. Okay. This one. He flippantly waves at the prisoner. Was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the veteran guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join the Vengeance Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. You who claim you would disvalue your people for this chorus. Why the change of heart? Tell me what you know and I can see. Because I want to live and you don't need to be the Archon of premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Viria's eyes fall to the ground, and she swallows nervously. When I joined the Vengeance Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices in the rod to prove it. Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see how you about saving you. Let's see, what is high right now? I can't check. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So, I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you, she shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to the nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one, missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A roll of parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hand. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's nonsense, just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She says she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay the wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at the Scholar Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. I heard she say she'd swear fealty to the voices in her eye. An initiation rite would be in order. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? Point to the other two prisoners. Let's test her loyalty. Furia, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Ooh. Send her back to as our agent. No. Furia looks at the prisoners once. Wow. At the prisoners once her allies and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. The onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hand. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts the rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull, wincing back a scream as she hoists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job on the other prisoner. The bloody rock hits the ground and Vera slumps to her knees in defeat a moment later. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Fifth Eye places his bloody hand on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods to her. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. As a pair of soldiers come to lift Vera, the Fifth Eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee. Where is a slave to clean up the awful when you need it? We're now closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Vera. An older gentleman with the quills, ink, vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile, showing the parchment. Can you read this?
Let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours. Either you can read it or you can't, or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. None of the Lucius prisoner dispose of him. It can't hurt to give him a few hours.
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
Can't hurt to give him a few. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. Of course, it's worth a great deal, and for that I'm willing to give him this trial by combat. If he were being brazenly deceptive, I'd just have him killed. But he's earned his shred of hope.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Fine, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live. Release this prisoner at once. I'm taking him into my custody. We need the prisoner alive. This is a terrible idea. He obviously has useful information, yet you're willing to let him die for sport. As a fleet miner, it's not based until the course have to conduct trials on land. Nah.
Good. I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at some loudmouth chorus braggarts myself.
Oh, did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Trial combat is upon us. The sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex with flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and the stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Swordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Alright, we're fighting. We're fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help know the weak from the strong? The fifth eye waves his hands in the air, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. Ooh, 4 people. And Scarlet Fury. Oh boy. Our Clements have been assembled. Now, let the trial of Oathbreaker begin. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh wait, hang on. Okay. Perfect. Whoops, that's not what I want. What am I using? Who are these guys? These guys have crush defense and piercing defense. But not you! Okay, you're dead. What am I using? I'm using piercing. Okay, good. Let's see. You have magic. Quill strike, renewal, quicken, storing touch, titan's touch. Fire resist? There is some fire resist. You don't have fire resist. Alright, you're 2 are dead. All of them have piercing defense though. This sucks. I'll give it to him just so he can, well, live. Oh, I have poison darts. That's right. Should I just poison her first? Okay. That should be
battle! Take me if you can!
That should be attack. Okay, so I just threw that. She is now poisoned. Now we attack her. And then you just shot your arrow, yeah? There you go. Attack that. You can attack her.
Count on.
Whoops. Oh, we're both doing it. My bad. That's a combo move. I didn't know.
Unstoppable! Good work.
Nice. That one's pretty much dead. You attack it there. Yep. Us three will attack that. Oh, you two can kill that guy. Eric is holding his own, which is nice.
I will aid you.
And I will do a heart shot on her. Good kill. Now you go and attack them, and then you could do a restorative on her.
Nice!
Dang it! Derek, you killed the wrong guy. Alright, whatever, it's fine.
They won't
Let her attack. Nope, just throw.
even get close.
Nice, good kill. Yeah, we did well. I remember doing this the first time around, and I only had oh shit, the Sage and Verse with me. I didn't get I forgot to get Barrick at the time. Whoops. So now this is way easier. My goodness. Alright. By the righteous shedding of blood, we have found our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive. The fifth eye offers a short, mocking bow to Lantry. By the customs set forth by the voices in the rot, you are free to go, old man. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the course, yet live to tell the story. The chorus has a rather bloody definition of the word trial. That was fun. Your warriors almost put up a good fight. Now we see if this old man has any effort. Are you hurt? Not in any lasting capacity. I'm, jostled but fine. Now I believe I have a parchment to translate, lest I anger the powers that be. Okay. Hopefully we can do it fast. There you go. Well, much of the parchment was withered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting post west of Tripnetel. So, the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they will parley yours the face they see. I know the area, and I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. Slow down. Introductions might be in order. You're offering to come with me? Why? Something's amiss. There's a lot of fight in you for an old scholar. You're offering to join this expedition. How about you just tell me where it is? I don't need to tag along. I've met sages every bit as cutthroat as hardened gang bosses. They act the part of doddering scribes, but don't let that fool you. Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting, but I'm not with the Oathbreakers. If that's what you're fishing at. I worked for them under Juris, but I've no love of them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus, and this favored one had me. Still, I considered myself a Kairos-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've been trained to defend myself. We don't spend all our time binding books and sketching wildlife, just most of it. For centuries, we've been in a quiet war with the School of Ties and School of Wrath. You can't travel alone as much as I do and not know the bronze dance. So you won't be a parchment weight during a fight. Good to know. And your little quill dagger. Just for decoration. Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, I mean, sages always need to have a quill handy, so if it just sort of blends into this ensemble on a casual glance. And the customary term is bladed remix, but who's keeping track? Fine, you're so eager to come with me. Swear fealty to me, and I will. Sorry, you're on your own. How about you just tell me where it is? My apologies. Guess we're skipping past that part. I'm Sage Lantry, formerly of the Villum Citadel, and now of nowhere, I guess. Why? Because the alternative is, what, living here and with these illiterate brutes? My old study is under a river of fire. There's no family missing me. Okay. Let's see. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed the Edict of Kairos. I'd be a fool to let someone else write your story. You want to chronicle me? Well, of course. Even if the burning library is never rebuilt, our work to chronicle the days and events needn't cease. And you're a noteworthy player in this whole war. I can't think of another living fatebinder that has been twice given the honor of proclamation. How about you just tell me where it is? Fine, if you're so good to come with me. Splendid. You won't be disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Let's hightail it to Chipnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears. Okay. So you are lore. Spells, bonus health, accuracy is always useful. Not everything in that. There you go. Alright. Here's that. And we got this thing. We got 2 points. What? Okay. Manipulate attacks its targets with a series of thrown strikes. With stealth in. Oh, he can be an assassin. Lantry strikes its target, interrupting them and lowering their non-physical armor. If used from stealth, this attack will also paralyze their target. Oh. Oh. So, what is this? Restores the party's weapons and armor to pristine condition and increases the damage from weapons and protection from armor. Oh. Let's see. Requires 1 talent spent in preservation tree, improves control life skill. Well, I can make them use a ton of daggers, it seems like. But this is magical stuff. Wait, okay, it reduces the armor, non-physical armor, so probably like fire resist and frost resist, right? Okay. I think we'll just do this for now. Oh, never mind, we got 2. Forgot. There you go. Right. So we got a ton of things here. We got these, the Echo Call Crossing and taking the Outer Valley. Trip Nettle there, and this is the Echo Call Crossing, which is the one for the disfavored, right? And then we got these, which is like smaller quests that we need to do.